Today we're going to be going over a couple of different stories from all around the CS community, talking about things you need to be cognizant of, things you need to be watching out for, things you need to be careful of, because there's lots of weird and interesting stuff going on in the Counter-Strike community world right now. People getting banned, maybe some scams going on, some cheating, a lot of different stuff to be worried about. Not necessarily worried about, but just aware of and to be careful of. As you guys can see here on the screen, the very first thing I did want to talk about was the man himself, TDM Jesus, getting community banned with an inventory of $226,000. This was a couple of days ago. Obviously, he is very, very big and influential and meaningful and impactful in the CS community. Very, very big YouTuber, cash trader, investor, collector, everything, and a huge, huge value on that inventory. And again, as the CS markets do mature and get bigger and bigger, the money being thrown around and the money at risk for when things like this happen, when scams or getting stolen from or getting hacked or banned or whatever happens, things are going to get crazier, things are going to get scarier, things are going to get more stressful. And of course, Jesus, I'm sure, has even more money than this in items across different accounts or storage units or whatever. But again, inventory value of $226,000 getting banned is very, very crazy. That's going to be scary. That's going to be stressful. But what exactly happened here? What the heck is going on? Jesus did tweet out about this. He said, interesting. This account may have been accessed by somebody else. This is what he actually got from Steam or Valve or whatever as a response. They said this is not a ban, but again, they're just trying to protect him because it looked like his account may have been accessed or compromised or whatever. They said on April 9th at 5:58 a.m. they observed an unexpected device using your Steam account from Amsterdam, Netherlands. Again, I believe Jesus is like Australian. He says a couple things to note. The lock happened 2.5 hours after the reported access. So there's like a 2.5 hour window where some things could have happened or whatever, of course. He also says it may or may have not been within 10 minutes of me selling some stuff on Buff. I'm not sure if daylight savings is being factored in. So yeah, there are obviously some connections there, some things to watch out for, some parallels with some other things that we have seen. And again, I also received a very, very similar ban and situation like this a couple months ago. So I have a little bit of insight into this situation. I don't know exactly what happened with Jesus, but I can speculate and guess a little bit. We also had some stuff like this from Neon, another big popular cash trader, YouTuber, skin guy, collector, investor, all that stuff. He said send help, fourth time. We'll definitely have to change some of the platforms I use to prevent that in the future. And here we see Neon just got community banned with an inventory value of $42,000. So again, more money at risk and at stake and everything here. And even with these guys, like Jesus and Neon and stuff, when they get banned, or even if it's just because their account got compromised or maybe compromised or whatever, we still have to be careful because them having, once they come back, they usually have like a 7-day trade restriction or a 15-day trade restriction or whatever. And for these guys who their business and their livelihood potentially revolves on, YouTube and cash trading and selling and trading and all this stuff, them being out of commission for a week or 2 weeks or whatever is still very, very costly. They're potentially missing out on thousands of dollars in that time. So still a little bit scary and a little bit crazy. But what Neon does talk about here, which I think is very interesting, they say, what guy you ban now? And he said, main reason seemed to be the usage of multiple session-based peer-to-peer markets at the same time. Due to Valve changes, this has gotten worse as some just switch to this model. So again, we know that sites like Buff163 are now doing like the session hijacking and stuff like that, or maybe they've always done the session hijacking or whatever. And there are obviously more websites trying out this model, switching this and everything. There's also some services that use stuff like this, like CaseMove. And I actually believe that is why I got community banned a couple months ago, because I had a session of Buff163 where I was selling stuff and making transactions and everything, and also had a session using cookies with CaseMove at the same time. So I believe those multiple logins from different locations at the same time, or those multiple sessions triggering from different locations at the same time, actually led to my community ban. And also I think like VPNing and stuff like that can also make you pop up in multiple locations, but also just using your current location, like your real location, plus session hijacks from all over the world or whatever, can lead to these community bans happening. Now with me, I got my account back I think like within 24 hours or something like that, and I only ended up getting a 5-day trade hold. But again, in that time, since I do cash trading, since I do trading, investing, collecting, all this stuff, I'm potentially losing out on money and just taking on a lot of risk. Obviously, I do appreciate Valve looking out for us and wanting to protect our accounts, especially our big accounts, as they believe that our accounts have been compromised, or it seems like we're having some suspicious activity or whatever. But also at the same time, if everything is okay, it still sucks to end up getting these weird trade bans and stuff like that. So I don't know if that's what's been going on with Neon or Jesus or whatever, but I would speculate and guess that it is something like that. But again, this is definitely something to keep in mind. If you do use multiple of these different services that could be doing session hijacking or logging into your account or using your account to spoof different things or whatever, to be a little bit careful because it could lead to bans. Again, I would recommend only using one service at a time. Don't use different trading sites at the same time. Don't use Case Move and something else at the same time. Don't use a VPN and then try doing something else at the same time. Even using your own account and another service at the same time could pop up multiple of these instances. And again, if this does happen to you, just contact Steam support. You might have to do some verifications or whatever, but if you let them know everything's okay, you'll probably be unbanned relatively soon. But this is something to watch out for and something that, again, some people are seeing a ton of times. It seems like Neon's been banned 4 times in like the past couple months, so watch out for that. We did also have a lot more community bans going around. CSGO Empire's entire supplier list 2.0 just got community banned. Total banned amount $259,000. Community bans being handed out to a lot of top inventories. Alchemist does say here, he realizes maybe misleading. It's CSGO Empire who made a list of CSGO role suppliers, and these accounts were banned, not the CSGO Empire suppliers or bots or anything getting banned like that. But still, 38,000, 31,000, 28,000, 32,000, 27,000, 23,000, 20,000, 20,000, $15,000 inventories being banned is very, very, very crazy. A little bit later, he ended up tweeting out this as well. More accounts were just banned in another wave. These don't seem to be actively trading as much, though, so it might be a different cause. Total value this time is more than $230,000. Which is very, very, very crazy. Some people speculating here, of course, is obviously just Empire mass reporting. There's literally zero chance that Valve saw what Empire did at the major, then scrolled through the Twitter, saw their list of role suppliers, and was like, thanks, guys, we'll take it from here and leave your suppliers alone, which is obviously pretty funny. So who knows what's going on there? But again, more accounts being banned. Again, be very, very careful trading, supplying, dealing with any of these bot trading websites or gambling sites or bots that are supplying or people that are supplying any of these gambling sites or whatever, because it does obviously seem like Valve is cracking down a lot on these situations, and getting your skins caught up or locked in any of this stuff could be very, very costly. Again, it's risky. Watch out. There is definitely that stuff going on in the community. I know Osni was tweeting about this as well. Almost $300,000 worth of CS2 skins just got banned a few minutes ago. These accounts were part of a gambling site supplier list. Good job, Valve. This is the right fight. Keep it up and leave regular trading alone, please, which, again, I do believe is obviously a good sign and a good thought there because, yeah, Valve messed up the peer-to-peer trading stuff a lot while trying to combat gambling and different stuff going on. So them pointing their guns in the right direction finally does seem good. Hopefully they start chilling out on peer-to-peer trading a little bit and taking out the right people, because that would obviously be very, very nice for a lot of the community and what a lot of people want. Also, some updates to some other things, talking about bans and weird stuff going on. Face it, they ended up handing out a lot of bans to people who were using the console command exploit that gave like the wall hacks for free from the console commands or whatever. They handed out 2-year bans to a ton of people, and their Face it did respond to the recent drama because some people got mad that they banned people at all or banned people for so long or whatever. But Face it did say this: we'd also like to provide an update on the recent SV cheats incident. We're pleased to inform you that our teams swiftly identified the issue and applied a fix as soon as possible. Within just 2 hours of the problem arising, we began rolling out the solution and taking action against those who abused the exploit. We've issued a total of 340 bans in response to the incidents. In accordance with our cheating policies, the consequences have been kept identical. ELO has been reverted in affected matches, and standard cheating bans of 2 years have been applied. We wish to remind all players that the Face It platform is here to serve the community, competitive community, by providing the best competitive experience possible. It is not the place to test out cheats or compromise game integrity. Using the console to enter Convar explicitly enabling cheats is unacceptable, and our message is clear: cheating will never be tolerated on Face It, which I do think is a good response. You could argue 2 years is too long or too steep or too severe or whatever, but again, it is a competitive service that people go to have the best competitive environment and competitive integrity possible. So if you're going on there and cheating, even if it's a console command, why does it being a console command make you allowed to cheat or make it okay to cheat or whatever? Bringing the ban hammer down on them. And again, I do think that will prevent people further from cheating in the future if another situation or exploit or whatever does arise. So I don't know. I think it's pretty straightforward. I was not shocked that people were getting banned so hard. I also wouldn't be shocked if Valve banned people from the game as well. Doesn't seem like they're going to. Doesn't seem like they have just yet. But you're actively cheating on purpose. Who cares if it's a console command or a cheat or whatever? Seems pretty straightforward there. Another big and interesting situation that came out here recently: Gokushima has received a 2-year match fixing ban. So again, that's another thing to watch out for. Obviously, there's speculation of cheating in the game. There was some speculation about cheating in the RMRs and the RMR qualifying up to the major. Now there's also match fixing stuff you have to worry about. I know a lot of people who bet on these matches or gambling and stuff like that have now been said, hey, watch out for CSGO stuff. There's a lot of weird and shady stuff going on, especially with a lot of the smaller teams and smaller leagues and smaller matches and stuff like that. Who knows? But again, just more controversy, more drama, more stuff swirling around. So if you do have any money or anything, betting on matches or whatever, please be careful. Again, people just getting banned left, right, all over the place for a million different reasons. But hey, we got to clean up the community. We got to do this. But airing out that dirty laundry a little bit. And then finally, the last thing I did want to talk to you about and kind of warn you guys about, I know some other people have been talking about this as well. There's a new Steam QR code scam and hack going around. What is it? If you click on a fake Steam link, then you log in with the Steam QR code and proceed to give them the code sent to you via SMS, they will remove your phone authenticator and put it on their own phone. How to avoid it? Do not click random links to log into Steam, whether it's someone who needs a teammate on Faceit or clicking a fake marketplace sponsored link on Google. Please use AdBlock. What if you gave them your SMS code? You have 2 days before they'll have full access to your Steam phone authenticator, not the regular 14 gauge because they use a faster method. You should immediately deauthorize all other active Steam logins. This can be done on phone or computer. Also, please change your password, email, and then re-add your authenticator. Picture below of what it looks like when this is happening to you. Again, an SMS code has been sent to your phone to remove or replace the Steam Guard mobile authenticator on your account. And then, you are now getting Steam code on a new device. So again, if this does happen, try and revert it or fix it or save it as fast as you can. But yes, this is something new that has been going around to people recently. Again, so be careful, be mindful of this, and keep this in mind when clicking on weird links or trying to log into websites in ways that might be potentially a little bit unsafe. Stay safe out there, guys. I don't know. Pretty much of this video today. Hope to catch you next one. Until then, peace.